So why are you wearing togas again?
Because it's comfortable.
Come on.
It's because we're talking about mythology.
But not just any mythology, we're talking about Roman mythology. Before we dive into Roman mythology, we should know what mythology is.
According to dictionary.com, mythology defines as a set of stories, beliefs, or traditions pertaining to a particular group or the history of an event, arising either naturally or deliberately fostered.
But why Roman mythology is so different from the others? Well, actually, it wasn't entirely.
Many of the gods that became integrated into the Roman lives were in fact not of Roman origin. The Romans essentially borrowed a bunch of gods from other cultures, which it absorbed or been influenced by. Ancient Rome essentially became a melting pot of cultures and ideas.
Hey guys, Vinnick is here, and I'm going to tell you about a great new product. It's called the Roman mythology. What you're going to do is you throw in your Celts, and your Egyptian, and your Etruscans, and then your Greeks. You've got to have your Greeks, right? And then top it off with some Persian influence and give it a big shake. Now I'm going to leave it alone for a couple hundred years, and what we're going to get is an exotic mix of culture.
Roman gods started out as just ideas. They were divine manifestations that were faceless, bodiless, and they were very powerful. But because of influence from specifically the Etruscans and the Greeks, these beings became anthropomorphized with bodies of their own. The Romans now had visual identification of these divine beings.
The Romans had a bunch of gods that were part of the main deities. The 6 gods and goddesses, Juno and Vesta, Minerva, Ceres, Diana, Venus, Mars, Mercury, Jupiter, Neptune, Vulcan, and Apollo. As well as the 12 major gods, there was a large set of minor deities.
These less important gods could have almost any purpose. There were some more practical ones, such as Colus, the god of the sky, Virtus, the god of the truth, Necessitas being the god of destiny, and Pax, the god of peace. There were the gods of the north, east, south, southwest, west, and northwest winds. Then there were the gods of random stuff. Subrincinator, the god of weeding.
Robigo, the god of corn.
Porsa Porcverta, the god of women in labor.
Muta, the god of silence.
Cunina, the god of infants.
Habarator, the god of plowing. As well, taking gods, the Roman gave them some shiny new name.
Neptune, or Poseidon, the god of water and the seas. He's most recognized for his trident. Neptune is the brother of Jupiter, or Zeus. He was considered the god of the gods. You know him as the guy who throws the lightning around. And then there's Pluto, or Hades. He's the third brother of Jupiter and Neptune, and he's the god of the underworld.
Although they may seem relatively unimportant, remains of the gods are all around us. Some very far as well. The planets, for instance, almost all are named after the Roman deities.
Along with their gods, the Romans had a large number of mythical stories, which were almost always about gods, creatures, and mythical beasts.
One of the most important stories is the founding of the city of Rome.
Romulus and Remus were 2 brothers who were abandoned at birth. Raised by a she-wolf and later by a shepherd, the 2 brothers founded the city of Rome, but they couldn't agree on who would have the power. So Romulus killed Remus and named the city after himself. Romulus, Rome. What a happy ending.
As well, there is the infamous tale of Hercules. You may know him as the modernized Hercules. Hercules was born when Zeus impregnated a human woman. He was named after the mother Hera, and this loving woman tried to kill the Hercules with snakes, but he fought the snakes before they could bite him. Hercules' story is of a man who is strong and courageous, and then he did mighty deeds and he endured all hardships. By being influenced by many cultures before it, Rome essentially created a brand of mythology that had a bit of everything in it, kinda like the cafeteria.
The Roman mythology continued to influence civilizations for hundreds to thousands of years after it was conceived. All of the ingredients for this unique style of storytelling and worship were present in the ancient world, and Rome was the civilization who brought it all together.
And as always,
Thanks for watching.
oh, yeah.